Oh.
Hey there. Hello from under a great big tree in Chilliwack. Just to give you a little bit of an update, so it's the next day. We're showered, we're looking good, we're feeling good, we're feeling clean, well rested. On the motorcycle front, not a lot to tell you. The motorcycle shop doesn't open until tomorrow at 10. We did call around, and I know there's a tire in town if we need it, but I bet the motorcycle shop will have one. So we'll find out what happens. Until then, we're here in Chilliwack. So we just went down the road a little bit here, found a really nice market of fresh stuff. So we got some stuff for our lunch right now, and to make our breakfast a little better. Yeah, and for breakfast tomorrow, we got a banana and some fresh Okanagan cherries to add to our breakfast, which would be great. Yeah, so we're going to go home. We're going to have lunch. In a little while, we're going to head back out to a pub we went to last night where we know they'll be showing Game 7, the Edmonton game, which starts already at 5 here, really early. So we're going to check out that game.
Oilers.
Yeah, and see if they can pull it off in Game 7. So, hey, we're making the most of Chilliwack. We're having a great time. It's been fantastic so far. So that's our update. So, Edmonton lost. Hey there. Okay, as I'm actually creating this segment, this episode, I realize there's a critical piece of information that we didn't capture in any way, and I have to explain it to you, and that is on the morning of Tuesday morning in Chilliwack, when the motorcycle shops were finally opening, I had sent a bunch of texts and such to the motorcycle store where the motorcycle was. And I called early in the morning and had a chat with somebody who worked there, and it did not go well. The notion was that Ducatis have these special wheel nuts, for lack of a better word, that you need a special socket to remove. So it's a certain kind of tool, and people who don't service Ducatis don't have that tool, and nobody in Chilliwack services Ducatis. And besides, she said, because her specialists were not trained to service Ducatis, they couldn't do it anyway for insurance reasons. That wheels are too important if it's not done right, yada yada. So basically, she said, it ain't gonna happen, and it ain't gonna happen in Chilliwack. And you know, it was like a sort of kick to the gut. And suddenly we had to figure out what our options were. Now, she did mention this other place, Iron Horse Engineering, or Iron Horse Mechanical, with a guy she knew there named Chris. She gave me his phone number and said, you should try reaching out to Chris. And she said, well, Langley, further down the road, has a dealership that's does Ducati stuff. So you could consider shipping your bike from our place down to Langley, going to Langley, yada yada. So that was our first thing, like first thing in the morning, Tuesday morning. And it was obvious that what I thought was going to be a simple wheel change and on the road was not going to be. And there's a glimmer of hope. And his name is Chris. And he's from a local place, actually. What's it called again?
Mountain.
I want him, in case he becomes the latest hero, I want to make sure we're giving him appropriate due. Iron Horse Motorcycles here in Chilliwack. He called back. He was the one where I wasn't sure why we were calling him in the first place, but he basically called with like, let's see if we can get you back on the road. Asked about the problem, said he needs to check out the bike a little bit to make sure there's no tricks to working on a multi that he doesn't know. But as long as that works out all right, he's in town. I know where there's a tire in town, so I can go get the tire while hopefully we get the bike to him, which would be a far less chore than getting it to Langley. So we have a plan starting to form. I just have to wait to hear back from him. He could call back and say, oh, there is a trick to working on this, and we could be back to the Langley plan, but we'll see. That's where we're at. Hope. All right, update of a sort. So I am here with the bike. The bike's looking good. We had a good look over of it. In fact, the sales associate, Katie, was really good. She said she used to work in service, so she kind of wanted to see what had happened to the tire, and she came out and took a look and gave me some thoughts about what might have been going on there. But so the good news is I have the bike. I have a tire that'll fit, which I bought from here. And so now from here, we're just going to wait for Chris to come, which could still be a half an hour or longer. I got paranoid and just had to get things rolling. I felt the need to do something. That's that fight-flight system again. So I've done what I can do prior to Chris coming, and yeah, I'll wait for him and then probably follow him back to his shop once we load this sucker up, help him unload it, and then see where we go from there. So problem solving in progress. Side of the road update. We'll probably have to talk pretty loud. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? 7:30? Something like 7:30, I think, in the evening. Bike-wise update. Got everything to Chris's. Got the bike to Chris. Got the tire to Chris. So it's in his hands now. He tells us the bike will be ready tomorrow morning. Hope it is. Really eager. So we've got tonight to kill. Now I've got a work thing from 11:30 till 2:30 a.m., which is kind of weird because it leaves us in a little bit of limbo. We can't just, go out and have a drink or two and go to sleep, which we'd like to do. So we've been walking around, same old strip that we've been walking around for 2 days, and I gotta tell you, I am eager to get moving again. I can just feel my mood like, come on. So really hoping things go well. This will be a wrap-up video. I hope it'll be a wrap-up video for Chilliwack, to be honest, but that remains to be seen. But as far as this day in Chilliwack, which would be a Wednesday, our 4th day here, I think, we decided just to try to make the best of it and go downtown. Now we had, just to give you the full recap, we had a very late night last night. I had this work thing and it was past 3 a.m. So neither of us got a very good sleep. We knew it was going to be rainy today. We knew it was going to take a while to get the bike, even if all things were well, and we knew we wanted to get all the way to Nanaimo, so we knew it was going to be challenging. And so I remember waking up around 9, something like that, thinking, okay, time to get that. But the first thing was to figure out, is my bike going to be okay? When we were hoping that we would have a message or phone call from Chris saying my bike was ready and we could hit the road, and we weren't hearing anything. So I was getting a little worried. So about 10:30 I reached out, asked if things were still going okay, and he called back immediately. And basically, this is just crazy. It's just a flat back tire, and we have the new tire, but these Ducatis have a thing that holds the tire on, and you need a special socket to take that off. And so he had a buddy who had that socket, and apparently it was on so tight that they were trying all these things, and they actually broke the buddy's socket. Now at first I thought he was going to say they broke something on the bike, which might have been game over, but so now he's calling around a bunch of other friends trying to find another socket. He's also got one ordered that will come in tomorrow that he says is industrial strength and therefore should remove it. And we're in limbo. And we're just amazed that this issue has now dragged on. It was, Sunday we came in, right? Yes. And today is Thursday? Wednesday. Somehow a theme of these last couple days is being on the side of noisy roads. Started from the highway, of course. But ever since then, my goodness, it's such a noisy road place here. So anyway, we're trying to make the best of our downtime. You can see there's some nasty clouds up there. Probably wouldn't have been a good riding day. It's supposed to rain quite a bit, so in an effort to find something to do, we're going to go explore downtown Chilliwack. And we're sitting here at a bus stop. bus stop, ready to catch a bus to downtown Chilliwack just to see what's there. So here we are at the 1 West. That's the road we should be on. Well, actually this one, I guess. Heading our way to the coast where we could have been, but we're not. We just headed back and forth with Chris. He feels confident it'll get done tomorrow. So, downtown Chilliwack, here we come. By the way, that's this way somewhere. Doesn't look very downtown right now, but it looks cool. Lots of mountains, crazy skies. See what happens. Yeah. Sometimes it's about the small victories. Susan and I actually managed to get on a bus. Now, we got on the bus, the driver left the bus, and so we're not moving anywhere, but we are on a bus, which actually, just for a fun, sort of funny story, we were saying earlier that, you know, we tried to catch the bus here, but we're kind of a weird impatience in the sense that it's not so much we're impatient to get to where we're going. We're impatient to go, to actually move, and we were standing at the bus stop for a long time, and at some point I just asked Suze, how far is it? And she said 4K. Turned out it was 6K. But I said, do you want to just walk it? And we ended up just walking the whole way. And so now it's kind of rainy and drizzly, and we said, okay, let's try to really, wait for a bus. We got to the bus stop, and it was right there. Looked really cool. Then the bus driver left. At least it's warm and dry.
Sit down.
Yeah. We decided to make a day of it. We went downtown, tried to ride the bus down, didn't. Ended up walking the whole way down. Had a nice lunch, just a local pub. The only interesting thing about that was, again, gambling featured heavily. It's what a lot of the people were sort of socially doing, some sort of cards they were opening and throwing into a bucket. I don't know.
Keno.
I guess it was Keno.
I think it was. It was not even different than what this was.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was sort of social. It was just kind of interesting to watch it. I mean, the question always is, can they afford what they're spending? But anyway, that was fine. Then we got to downtown proper, found a craft brew place, had a flight there, and then basically started walking back. Got some provisions, so we got a soup for tonight, and some milk, and again bananas and cherries for the morning, and we're gonna do it all again tomorrow morning. Chris assures us the bike will be ready tomorrow, so we're spinning our wheels here, or not spinning our wheels. Our wheels are not moving, but there's hope. That word doesn't seem the same to me anymore, but anyway, there is hope. Day 5 in Chilliwack? I don't know. So once again, we wake up hopeful and yet fearful. I don't know. This has been going on. It's like a Groundhog Day that's just going on and on. So it's sort of two fronts. One is this place where we've been staying, and they've been just fantastic, and luckily they haven't had guests coming, so we've been able to just add a day and add a day and add a day. That ends tonight. They have guests tomorrow night, so yeah, we're up against that at one level. Another level, it's raining all day today. Is it? Yeah.
It's supposed to rain all day.
Yeah, raining all day, all the way through BC and stuff. And so probably wouldn't be a good riding day anyway. And, the third thing is, of course, we have no idea what's going on with the bike. All I know is dude's waiting for this part to come so that he can do his thing. And that's going to come sometime today. So odds are looking pretty good that we're going to be here for one more night. Hopefully.
Well, we're only here one more night.
We're only here one more night, one way or another. But
hopefully only in Chilliwack one more night.
Yeah, but we're hoping the bike ends up here by the end of the day. Alrighty. another day of waiting for things to come together, and I think that's what's so frustrating for us is there's not clear like if we were a timetable and we knew exactly what was going on, but we're still dude's still waiting for the part. It is now, what is it, 5 in the afternoon?
Oh, I don't even know.
He says it's supposed to come at 10 p.m. tonight. He's a really good guy, this Chris, and what he said is basically he said come to where my shop is with all your stuff, and he's gonna go there first thing in the morning, and he says he will have it done in the morning. And so we're literally, this is the last night we can have this Airbnb. So tomorrow morning we're packing stuff up. I've got a taxi coming to pick up me and all the bags. Sue will follow behind, and we're all gonna go to where Chris's shop is, and we're gonna hang out, and hopefully the bike will get done at some reasonable point in time. We'll throw everything, all the bags and stuff on it from there, and be on our way. That is the hopeful claim. Now it still feels like some things have to work out for that all to happen, and it doesn't feel like things have been working out very well. But by the way, one other twist: the Ducati dealer from Langley, BC, finally returned the call I made on Sunday, today, to see if there's anything they could do for us. Now they did say if we got the bike to them, they would fix it right away. That's now our backup parachute plan of some sort. But yeah, I'm hoping we don't end up homeless tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Guess that's it.
Yes.
Okay.